Question 1. A commercial building owner wants to purchase a property insurance policy. The owner needs protection against physical damage caused by fire, theft, and vandalism. Additionally, the business also has a significant risk from natural disasters like earthquakes and floods. Which of the following policy options should the owner consider to ensure all risks are covered? A. A business owner's policy, BOP, as it automatically includes earthquake and flood coverage. B. A commercial property policy with an endorsement for earthquake and flood coverage. C. A commercial auto policy with natural disaster coverage. D. A workers' compensation policy as it covers all risks, including natural disasters. Answer: B. A commercial property policy with an endorsement for earthquake and flood coverage. Explanation: a standard commercial property policy typically does not cover natural disasters like earthquakes and floods unless specific endorsements or riders are added. Therefore, the building owner should purchase a commercial property policy and add an endorsement for earthquake and flood coverage. A business owner's policy, BOP, does not include coverage for these risks automatically. A commercial auto policy only covers vehicles and is unrelated to property damage, while workers' compensation is for employee injuries, not property damage. Question 2, scenario-based. Mr. Hernandez operates a small restaurant and has a commercial general liability (CGL) insurance policy. One of his customers slips on a wet floor in the dining area and sustains an injury. The customer decides to file a lawsuit seeking compensation for medical expenses and lost wages. Which coverage under Mr. Hernandez's CGL policy will provide protection in this situation? A. Coverage A. Bodily injury and property damage liability. B. Coverage B. Personal and advertising injury liability. C. Coverage C. Medical payments. D. Coverage D. Liquor liability. Answer: A. Coverage A. Bodily injury and property damage liability. Explanation: Coverage A. A commercial general liability policy provides protection for bodily injury and property damage that occurs on the insured's premises due to their business operations. In this case, the customer's injury from slipping on a wet floor is covered under Coverage A. Coverage B, which relates to personal and advertising injury, is not applicable here. Coverage C is for medical payments but does not cover legal costs or damages from lawsuits, and Coverage D applies only if the business is involved in selling alcohol, which is not relevant in this scenario. Question 3. A company purchases an excess liability insurance policy with a self-insured retention, of $100,000. The company is sued for $500,000 due to a product defect. The primary insurance policy provides coverage for the first $200,000. How much will the excess liability insurance policy cover in this case? A. $100,000. B. $200,000. C. $300,000. D. $400,000. Answer: C. $300,000. Explanation: excess liability insurance kicks in after the primary policy limits have been exhausted. In this case, the primary policy covers $200,000, leaving $300,000, $500,000 total claim minus the $200,000 from the primary coverage. However, because the company has a self-insured retention of $100,000, they must first pay this amount out of pocket before the excess liability insurance applies. Therefore, the excess liability policy will cover $300,000 of the remaining claim after the SIR has been satisfied. Question 4. A business owner is seeking liability coverage for potential legal claims resulting from negligence in their professional services. Which type of insurance should the business owner consider to protect themselves from claims of errors or omissions? A. General liability insurance. B. Professional liability insurance. C. Commercial auto insurance. D. Workers' compensation insurance. Answer: B. Professional liability insurance. Explanation: professional liability insurance, also known as errors and omissions insurance (EO), is designed to protect business owners and professionals from claims of negligence, errors, or omissions in the performance of their professional services. General liability insurance covers bodily injury and property damage, not professional mistakes. Commercial auto insurance is for vehicle-related risks, and workers' compensation covers employee injuries, not professional service failures. Question 5, scenario-based. MS. Taylor owns a small manufacturing business. One of her employees is injured while operating machinery at work, leading to long-term disability. Which of the following types of insurance will provide wage replacement and medical benefits to the injured employee? A. Workers' compensation insurance. B. General liability insurance. C. Commercial property insurance. D. Business interruption insurance. Answer A. Workers' compensation insurance. Explanation: Workers' compensation insurance provides wage replacement, medical benefits, and rehabilitation for employees injured in the course of their work. It covers the cost of medical treatment and helps replace lost wages due to injury or illness. General liability insurance covers third-party bodily injury claims, not employee injuries. Commercial property insurance covers property damage, and business interruption insurance compensates for income lost during a covered event but does not cover employee injuries. Question 6. A contractor has a commercial general liability policy that includes products and completed operations coverage. The contractor completed a construction project, but a defect in the structure causes damage to another property. Which of the following statements is correct regarding the contractor's liability for the defect under this policy? A. The contractor's policy will cover the damage as it is an occurrence-based policy. B. The contractor's policy will not cover the damage as defects are excluded from all policies. C. The contractor's policy will cover the damage as completed operations are typically covered under CGL. D. The contractor's policy will cover the damage, but only if it is covered by the contractor's bonding company. Answer: C. The contractor's policy will cover the damage as completed operations are typically covered under CGL. Explanation: The commercial general liability CGL policy provides coverage for damages arising from the contractor's completed work under the Products and Completed Operations section. This section covers claims related to damage caused by defects in completed work. If the contractor's work causes damage after completion, it is typically covered provided the claim meets the terms of the CGL policy. The occurrence-based policy provides coverage for incidents that occur during the policy period, and bonding companies are separate from liability coverage. Question 7. Which of the following is not typically covered under a standard commercial property insurance policy? A. Fire damage. B. Theft. C. Flood damage. D. Earthquake damage. Answer: C. Flood damage. Explanation: A standard commercial property insurance policy does not cover flood damage unless an additional endorsement is added. Fire and theft are generally covered, but flood and earthquake damage are typically excluded and require separate endorsements or specialized policies, e.g., flood insurance or earthquake coverage. The exclusions are made because these risks often involve different underwriting and higher risks, which may need tailored coverage. Question 8. A small business owner purchases a business owner's policy, BOP, which includes liability coverage for their operations. One of their employees is injured on the job while handling heavy equipment. Which policy feature will provide compensation for the employee's medical expenses and lost wages? A. General liability coverage. B. Business income coverage. C. Workers' compensation endorsement. D. Property coverage. Answer: C. Workers' compensation endorsement. Explanation: While a business owner's policy BOP generally covers liability and property damage, it does not cover employee injuries. To cover medical expenses and lost wages for an employee injured on the job, the business owner must add a workers' compensation endorsement to the BOP. General liability coverage covers third-party injuries, not employee injuries. Business income coverage covers loss of income due to business interruptions, and property coverage deals with property damage, not employee injuries. Question 9. A company has purchased an excess liability insurance policy with a $1 million aggregate limit. The company faces a lawsuit with a total settlement amount of $1,500,000. The primary policy covers $500,000 of the settlement. How much will the excess liability insurance pay for the settlement? A. $500,000. B. $1 million. C. $1,500,000. D. $0. Answer A. $500,000. Explanation: Excess liability insurance provides coverage above and beyond the primary policy's limits. In this case, the primary policy covers $500,000 of the $1,500,000 settlement. The excess liability policy will cover the remainder up to its limit, which is $500,000, the difference between the total claim and the primary coverage. Therefore, the excess liability policy will cover $500,000 of the settlement. Question 10. Which of the following is a key feature that distinguishes a claims-made liability policy from an occurrence liability policy? A. Claims-made policies provide coverage for incidents that occur during the policy period, regardless of when the claim is made. B. Claims-made policies provide coverage only for claims made during the policy period, even if the incident occurred before the policy was purchased. C. Occurrence policies cover claims made during the policy period, but only for incidents that occurred after the policy started. D. Occurrence policies do not have any retroactive coverage, and they only cover claims made within a specific time frame. Answer: B. Claims made policies provide coverage only for claims made during the policy period, even if the incident occurred before the policy was purchased. Explanation: claims made policies provide coverage for claims made during the policy period, even if the event giving rise to the claim occurred before the policy's inception, as long as the claim is filed during the coverage period. In contrast, occurrence policies cover claims that arise from incidents occurring during the policy period, regardless of when the claim is made. This distinction is crucial for understanding when coverage applies in relation to the timing of the claim and the incident. Question 11. A business owner purchases a commercial property insurance policy for their storefront. During a fire, the building is damaged and inventory is destroyed. Which of the following will most likely be covered by the policy? A. The business owner's lost profits. B. The cost of replacing the destroyed inventory. C. The fire-related injuries to employees. D. The cost of rebuilding the store after the fire. Answer: B. The cost of replacing the destroyed inventory. Explanation: a commercial property insurance policy generally covers the cost to repair or replace the building and the inventory lost in an event like a fire. It would not cover lost profits, which may be covered under business income insurance, or employee injuries, which would be covered under workers' compensation. The cost to rebuild the store is typically covered under property damage, but business interruption coverage is separate. Question 12, scenario-based. A delivery truck carrying products to a customer is involved in an accident causing significant damage to the truck and its contents. The truck is owned by a delivery service and the products belong to the customer. What type of insurance policy would cover the damage to the truck? A. Comprehensive coverage. B. Business auto insurance. C. General liability insurance. D. Cargo insurance. Answer: B. Business auto insurance. Explanation: business auto insurance provides coverage for vehicles owned by the business, including damage to the vehicle in accidents. Comprehensive coverage is part of auto insurance that covers non-collision damage, but business auto insurance specifically covers commercial vehicles in accidents. General liability insurance covers third-party injuries or property damage, but does not cover vehicle accidents. Cargo insurance would cover damage to the product, but it is separate from vehicle coverage. Question 13. Which of the following is typically included under a standard general liability insurance policy? A. Employee injuries at the workplace. B. Damage to business property. C. Bodily injury claims from third parties. D. Professional mistakes made by employees. Answer: C. Bodily injury claims from third parties. Explanation: general liability insurance typically covers bodily injury and property damage claims caused by the business's operations, products, or services to third parties. It does not typically cover employee injuries, which are covered by workers' compensation, damage to the business's own property, covered under property insurance, or professional mistakes, covered under professional liability insurance. Question 14. A restaurant purchases a business owner's policy BOP that includes both property and liability coverage. One evening, a customer slips on a wet floor and sues the restaurant for medical expenses. Which part of the BOP would cover the restaurant's liability for this incident? A. Commercial property coverage. B. Workers' compensation coverage. C. General liability coverage. D. Business income coverage. Answer: C. General liability coverage. Explanation: general liability coverage within a business owner's policy BOP covers third-party bodily injury claims, such as when a customer slips and falls on the restaurant's premises. Commercial property coverage would cover damage to the restaurant's property. Workers' compensation coverage applies to employee injuries, and business income coverage covers lost income due to business interruption, not liability for injuries. Question 15. Which of the following types of insurance would most likely cover the costs associated with an employee becoming disabled due to an accident at work? A. Workers' compensation insurance. B. Business auto insurance. C. General liability insurance. D. Commercial property insurance. Answer: A. Workers' compensation insurance. Explanation: workers' compensation insurance is designed to cover medical expenses, rehabilitation costs, and wage replacement for employees who are injured or become disabled due to work-related incidents. Business auto insurance covers commercial vehicle-related accidents. General liability insurance covers third-party claims, and commercial property insurance covers physical damage to business property. Question 16, scenario-based. A small business owner buys a business owner's policy BOP with both liability and property coverage. The business suffers a break-in and theft of electronics. Which of the following will most likely be covered under the BOP? A. Employee theft of the electronics. B. Repairing damage to electronics due to the break-in. C. Replacement cost of the stolen electronics. D. Loss of business income due to the theft. Answer: C. Replacement cost of the stolen electronics. Explanation: a business owner's policy (BOP) typically includes coverage for property theft, so the cost of replacing stolen electronics would be covered. Employee theft is generally excluded from coverage unless specified in the policy. Repairing damaged property is covered, but only the value of the stolen electronics would be reimbursed, not the repair. Loss of business income due to theft would be covered under business income insurance, which is not always included in a BOP. Question 17. Which of the following is a common exclusion in a standard commercial general liability (CGL) policy? A. Bodily injury caused by a product defect. B. Property damage caused by the insured's operations. C. Damage to the insured's own property. D. Personal injury caused by the insured. Answer: C. Damage to the insured's own property. Explanation: a standard commercial general liability (CGL) policy does not cover damage to the insured's own property. It covers third-party bodily injury, property damage, and personal injury claims. However, damage to the insured's own property would be covered under a separate property insurance policy. Product defects and operational damage to third-party property are generally covered under CGL policies. Question 18. Which type of insurance policy would a business owner most likely purchase to protect their company from claims of negligence in the professional services they provide? A. Commercial auto insurance. B. Professional liability insurance. C. General liability insurance. D. Commercial property insurance. Answer: B. Professional liability insurance. Explanation: professional liability insurance, also known as errors and omissions (EO) insurance, is specifically designed to protect business owners from claims of negligence, mistakes, or failure to deliver professional services. General liability insurance covers bodily injury and property damage to third parties, while commercial auto insurance covers vehicle-related risks and commercial property insurance protects business property. Question 19. A business experiences a significant loss due to a power outage that disrupts operations for several days. Which type of insurance would most likely cover the lost income? A. Property insurance. B. Business income insurance. C. General liability insurance. D. Workers' compensation insurance. Answer: B. Business income insurance. Explanation: business income insurance, also known as business interruption insurance, provides coverage for lost income when a business is unable to operate due to a covered event, such as a power outage. Property insurance covers physical damage to property. General liability insurance covers third-party injury or property damage, and workers' compensation insurance covers employee injuries, but not business income loss. Question 20. Scenario-based. A business is sued for negligence after one of its products causes damage to a customer's property. Which of the following policies would provide coverage for the damages resulting from the product defect? A. Commercial auto insurance. B. Products liability insurance. C. General liability insurance. D. Workers' compensation insurance. Answer: B. Products liability insurance. Explanation: products liability insurance provides coverage for damages or injuries caused by a defective product. This type of insurance is specifically designed to protect businesses from lawsuits related to product defects. General liability insurance may provide some coverage for bodily injury or property damage, but products liability insurance offers more comprehensive protection for product-related claims. Commercial auto insurance covers vehicle-related accidents, and workers' compensation insurance covers employee injuries, not product liability claims. Question 21. Which of the following would most likely be covered by a business owner's policy? BOP. A. Damage to the business's building caused by an earthquake. B. Lawsuits for libel or slander by the business's employees. C. Medical expenses for employees injured at work. D. Theft of property from the business premises. Answer: D. Theft of property from the business premises. Explanation: the business owner's policy (BOP) generally covers property damage, including theft of property on the business premises. It does not typically cover damage caused by earthquakes, which usually requires separate earthquake insurance. Lawsuits for libel or slander would be covered by a separate professional liability or general liability policy, and employee injuries are typically covered by workers' compensation insurance. Question 22. Scenario-based. A customer slips and falls in a retail store, injuring themselves. The customer sues the store for medical expenses and lost wages. Which type of insurance will likely cover the store's defense costs and any damages awarded? A. Commercial property insurance. B. General liability insurance. C. Professional liability insurance. D. Product liability insurance. Answer: B. General liability insurance. Explanation: General liability insurance covers third-party bodily injury claims, such as when a customer slips and falls. It also covers the store's defense costs and any damages awarded. Commercial property insurance covers physical property damage. Professional liability insurance covers claims of negligence related to professional services, and product liability insurance covers injuries caused by defective products. Question 23. Which of the following is excluded under most standard commercial property insurance policies? A. Theft of business equipment. B. Damage to the building caused by a fire. C. Loss of inventory due to flooding. D. Vandalism of the business property. Correct answer: C. Loss of inventory due to flooding. Explanation: Many standard commercial property insurance policies exclude flood damage. Coverage for flood-related losses often requires a separate flood insurance policy. Theft, fire damage, and vandalism are generally covered under commercial property insurance policies. Question 24. A small business purchases a business owner's policy BOP. What is the primary benefit of buying a BOP compared to purchasing separate policies? A. It offers higher coverage limits. B. It combines several types of coverage into one policy. C. It is mandatory for all businesses. D. It only covers liability insurance. Answer: B. It combines several types of coverage into one policy. Explanation: The business owner's policy BOP typically bundles both property and liability coverage in a single policy, offering cost savings and convenience. It does not necessarily offer higher coverage limits than separate policies. It is not mandatory for all businesses, and it covers more than just liability insurance. Question 25. Scenario-based. A delivery company's driver causes a car accident while transporting goods for a customer. The customer sues the company for the damages caused to their vehicle. Which of the following insurance types will cover the company's liability for the accident? A. Commercial auto insurance. B. General liability insurance. C. Workers' compensation insurance. D. Business income insurance. Answer: A. Commercial auto insurance. Explanation: Commercial auto insurance covers accidents involving vehicles owned by a business, including damage to third-party property caused by company drivers. General liability insurance covers non-vehicle-related bodily injury or property damage. Workers' compensation insurance covers employee injuries, and business income insurance covers lost revenue due to business interruptions. Question 26. Which of the following is most commonly covered under professional liability insurance: errors and omissions insurance? A. Property damage to the business's physical location. B. Negligence claims against a professional service provider. C. Injuries caused by products sold by the business. D. Fire damage to a business's inventory. Answer: B. Negligence claims against a professional service provider. Explanation: Professional liability insurance, also known as errors and omissions insurance, is designed to protect professionals from claims of negligence, errors, or omissions in the services they provide. It does not cover property damage, product-related injuries, or fire damage. Question 27. Which type of insurance would cover the medical expenses of employees injured while working on the job? A. Commercial auto insurance. B. Workers' compensation insurance. C. General liability insurance. D. Business income insurance. Answer: B. Workers' compensation insurance. Explanation: Workers' compensation insurance provides coverage for medical expenses, rehabilitation, and lost wages for employees injured while working. It does not cover vehicle accidents, third-party claims, or lost business income. Question 28. Scenario-based. A business owner accidentally damages a customer's property while conducting work at their location. Which type of insurance will likely cover the business owner's liability for the damage? A. General liability insurance. B. Commercial property insurance. C. Professional liability insurance. D. Auto insurance. Answer: A. General liability insurance. Explanation: General liability insurance typically covers property damage caused by the business's operations to third-party property. Commercial property insurance covers damage to the business's own property. Professional liability insurance covers negligence in professional services, and auto insurance covers vehicle-related accidents. Question 29. Which of the following would a business likely need if it wants to cover legal costs related to claims of defamation or false advertising? A. Professional liability insurance. B. General liability insurance. C. Cyber liability insurance. D. Media liability insurance. Answer: D. Media liability insurance. Explanation: media liability insurance covers claims related to defamation, false advertising, and other media-related issues. Professional liability insurance covers negligence in services. General liability insurance covers bodily injury or property damage, and cyber liability insurance covers data breaches or cyber incidents. Question 30. Which of the following types of insurance would cover the lost income of a business due to a fire that destroys its building, preventing it from operating? A. Business income insurance. B. General liability insurance. C. Property insurance. D. Professional liability insurance. Answer: A. Business income insurance. Explanation: business income insurance covers the lost income a business experiences due to a covered event like a fire that causes the business to temporarily close or relocate. General liability insurance covers bodily injury and property damage. Property insurance covers damage to the business's own property, and professional liability insurance covers claims of negligence in providing professional services.